I have still, and you turn it to.
Ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll open up the August 3rd Commissioners meeting. And the first item on here is council update. Who would like to give the council update? Good morning, Greg.
Morning, Commissioners. My name's Greg Cheeseman, Randolph County Council. At our July 7th meeting, we talked about the county new line item for the county administrator. We also talked, Art Moishner talked, our sheriff, about a new maintenance person, and we increased the pay scale a little bit to get that person because he had some certified qualifications, not just a man off the street. For the children's advocate request that we did, one council member said that we might look forward to putting a little bit more money into the rainy day fund here at the end of the year to see how we come along. We had a must meeting with a teleconference thing at the auditor's office the Wednesday after our meeting, and then since then we have had our first must meeting, which Tom and Missy were both there at that meeting. I think it went very well. I think she did a good job of laying down the basics of what was needed, and we will probably have at least 2 more to get everybody up to speed and directed in the right direction. The rest of our meeting was your general's appropriation stuff and everything else. So that's all I have. If you guys got any questions?
I do not, huh?
Nope.
Missy?
Nope.
That's it. Thanks, Greg.
Very good.
Next, Sherry Thompson on a grant request. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please identify yourself.
Sherry Thompson, Randolph County Health Department Coordinator.
Okay. So it's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's one we do every year.
Yeah. For naloxone kits.
Yeah, the
What is
Narcan.
That's Narcan?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, we have a grant request from the Health Department signed by the Health Officer, Dr. Zawinski. And I'm looking for the amount on it. Or is it just the kits only?
It's the kits only.
To receive 300 kits?
Yes.
Do I make a motion to approve
And those will
this?
be distributed. Do they tell you how many they think they need each city or town or end of the year?
We apply for a certain amount.
Like 300 and some, right?
Yeah, and yes, those are given out to the community, the firefighters.
Like even, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Police, schools, yeah, it's 300. Yes.
Thanks.
All right, wait, we have a motion. We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye opposed, same sign. Thank you. Next, Tony Jacobs, Argo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Tony Jacobs with Argo Consulting Engineers. And we reviewed the bids for the HVAC renovation project for the Randolph County Jail. And based on our review and exchanges I had with Meeks Cockrell in regards to bids, we are submitting our recommendation for Carroll Electric to perform the work.
Okay.
And I have their bids that I've returned and our letter of recommendation and some comments that we requested Carroll Electric to clarify on their bid.
Okay. Chief, you have anything to add to this?
Nope, but I'd accept them.
Okay, you'd accept them. Okay, we've heard the recommendation from Argo. So I'd make a motion to accept the bid for the Randolph County Jail overhaul for the HVAC system.
Motion to accept.
We have a motion to accept. We have a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign. Thank you. Tony, anything else?
No, sir. I'd like to turn these over to you.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
What are we looking at the timing of the starting this now?
So my recommendation is we reach out to Carroll Electric, notify that they have been recommended for the job. And then I think we request bonding, insurance, start the contractual side of it. Once that's signed and approved through the commissioners, then we can start the process of submittals and things like that and actually get the project up and rolling. But I think the contractual side needs to be in place. And then, like I said, is when that comes in, I think we need their bonds and all insurance items. And I can request that if you'd like.
Yeah, please.
I'll get that started.
Yeah, a project like this, how long till duration till it's complete?
We anticipate this as being approximately a year-long project.
Year long?
Yep.
All right.
So, because we have systems that operate in the heating and cooling season, so we will try to
Oh, sure.
schedule that. And that's, again, working with the contractor to get proper schedules in place. And plus, there's also long lead times on some of the equipment.
Missy, anything further?
No, the sooner the better, correct? Because that has to be done before other things can move forward to.
Okay. Well, I will get in touch with Carroll Electric and kind of push them to get everything started.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Jake? No.
Here's the three bids here. Imagine those.
Jake Don, I'm Randolph County Building Coordinator. Got 3 different quotes here for asphalt repair, sealing at the jail, old hospital, and EMS facilities. American Asphalt recommended the jail. The whole parking lot needs resurfaced. Talking with Tom this morning, he and I are in agreement of just doing a reseal this go around until the construction project's over. It's going to have a lot of construction impact and heavy traffic. So I think it'd be best to just do a repair on it for now. And when that project's over, revisit the resurface and the whole thing at a later date.
So these are 3 quotes for 3 different locations?
Yeah. Yep. EMS is pretty much a redo, grind it all out and resurface the entire facility.
Which one's the EMS? It's 20,000?
This one. This is EMS, this is the jail.
Okay, that one. All right.
And that meant going over to the new, at the EMS, that goes all the way over to the new buildings, right? The new add-on?
Absolutely, yes.
So that's a
Yeah.
pretty good quote, don't you think?
Yeah, we've used American Asphalt several years now for all of our asphalt work, and they're very competitive on pricing and do a great job.
Okay. Well, I don't have a problem with it. Tom?
No, I agree. I think all of it needs to, EMS definitely needs done, and the other 2, I think we need to put off the resurfacing at the jail until the project's done with all the extra traffic.
Okay. Missy?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so the one at the jail, the 6,720 is just the ceiling?
Yes.
And when it's resurfaced, it'd be in the $80,000 range. Okay, so I'd make a motion to approve this project in these 3 quotes as we discussed. And I would suggest taking it to Commissioner's Committee.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. We have a
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign. What else you got, Jake?
That's all I got for today, unless you guys have anything.
Your email you sent out, did you hear anything back from Thor?
Nothing.
Okay, well, let us know if you do.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Danny. I'll try calling him, see if I can shake the tree a little bit, but I'd like to see a little more action over there and get this project wrapped up. It's dragging out too long.
Okay. Anybody else, Tom?
No.
Missy?
Nope, not right now.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, next, Mike Stoltz, Randolph County Security quote from Leap Management.
There's the security, and then this is the one that came in that we were redoing the wire, cleaning up the wire at the EMS bench, Mr. Building. I think you talked to him about that.
Yeah, talk to, Joseph. 15. Okay,
Morning.
good morning. Please identify.
Mike Stoltz, Leap Manage IT, and Gary Thomas with Leap.
Gary Thomas, Leap Managed IT.
Okay. We got the one for cleaning up all the wiring at the EMS. which,
Yes.
It's 1,500 something,
Mm-hmm.
which I believe is a good price and certainly needs to be done.
Yeah.
I've seen the picture.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch it. You seen this one?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So I think we could take a motion on this particular one right here to go ahead and accept this quote to clean up the wiring at the EMS. You're gonna do this after the remodeling's complete?
Yeah. Joey will work with him to get that all scheduled out.
Can I make a motion to approve?
So the big console's gonna be gone, right? It has so much stuff. Will it be gone or left in there?
I believe that we're just going to be managing all of that stuff and getting it all put back together.
Just-
So
Yeah.
yeah,
There's a
they're
lot
going to
of
move
old-
everything to where it's going to be.
Yeah, there's a
better
lot
stuff.
of old wiring that isn't used anymore that's still in there going back and forth. And
Pretty
it looks
amazing,
like-
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
All right, so I make a motion to approve this quote here to clean up the wiring at EMS and use the commissioner's computer line that we have for such items. I don't know the line item, more the number.
Yeah, not with me, but I know them.
Okay.
Like, talking about, yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve this. Is that a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Now we get on to the big one. This one right here,
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting this, I'll be quite honest, to be a $100,000 project. Just to-
I
Okay.
understand.
So I wonder, without skirting anything, did we just ask for too much?
No, I don't think you're asking for too much. What we're providing to you is a pretty substantial setup for quorum, having the ability to track people, and the technology that's included with this system is going to give you the best setup for the security needs that you guys are wanting. So if there would be an incident that would occur, the ability to go in, grab a face, follow it through the spaces, being able to track those things is super important. So there's technology that's in this that is going to be more than a standard camera system that's going to be just recording spaces, right? So you're going to have that ability that's built into it as well. There's a couple additional things because of the setup that you're wanting. We do have to add some additional access points in the building to making sure the Wi-Fi works well for those cameras and for that setup, and then also with the panic button solution that you guys are putting in place to make sure that those all connect correctly. And then obviously there's a lot of training that'll go involved with that as well. From us, making sure that people know how to use the camera system, how to track and do all the things that they need to do with that. But then also 75 panic buttons, making sure that everyone understands how to use those correctly, because we don't want people to mess that up.
I guess I was thinking too, and you can certainly jump in, do we need a panic button system when everybody has a cell phone in their pocket?
So it's going to be the fastest way to report it. So that's going to go directly to the security team. So they're going to see that that button was pressed. So that's the difference there, is just having that single button, knowing where it is, exactly what it does.
Yeah. I mean, I want the best security that we can get in here for everybody's safety.
Yeah.
I was shocked with the price, I'll be honest. Tom?
Understand?
When the button goes, they will just go to the security team downstairs? Will it go to like the officers up here that are serving the courts or anything also?
We can set that up to go to whoever's in that system. So we can make sure that it matches to whoever that is. So I don't think that we included anything specifically for the system up here, because this was just focused on the doors downstairs in that group. But I can look into it to see what, not additional costs for you guys, but what it would look like to add them to that, if there's a way that we can alert them as well.
Listen.
I'm not in favor of doing this right now with the costs that came back. I just think we need to wait and see. And I want to keep it as secure as possible.
Sure.
But we do have an outstanding sheriff's department. one block away that somebody could, anybody who would have that, could just hit that number, hit that 911 or have our, whoever, or the new sheriff, and they could get here. I'm just not in favor of it right now. I think we can look at it. I think we can see how much we really need, but we do have security at the front door right now, so when people come through, we're getting that. If anything, I would want to put a camera down there that everyone who walks in, we're going to have them registered, not registered, we're going to have them, it's called register picking, that they're all on there. So every day you're going to say, so-and-so says they came in and didn't get, what they needed out of an office, and then we find out, we see, run the tape back, and they didn't even come in, or they didn't spend where they went. So I'm just not in favor of
And
it.
it might be one of those things that, I mean, obviously we've climbed all over the building and
Yeah.
talked about process and kind of what's that standard operating procedure that looks like. There might be just chunks that maybe make sense. We were
Yes,
looking at
that's
the east
what-
and west doors
That's
as
what I was
well.
looking at.
And the front entryway, I could see where that could be almost a phase one type approach, to have then visibility and to say, hey, the problem is you get all this data, right? So then who wants to sit there and watch, 20 hours worth of data? Having this technology where you say, find somebody with the red shirt. It's not going to find the red, it's going to find something very close that maybe it's pink, maybe it's whatever, and be able to then define in the system instead of trying to, comb through hours of data. But I think the main entry points and then at least the two east-west, I think from a phase one would make a lot of sense. You've already invested in that front entry point, but then to give them visibility, and if somebody does leave those east and west doors, that could be something we can kind of at least parcel out. It's whatever you guys think. The panic buttons adds a lot. It adds a lot to training. It adds a lot.
A lot.
Maybe if
That's like 12 hours of training per office.
it's a
isn't
lot.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good chunk.
Can you break it down then and send us it in phases?
We
So,
can do that.
so just to understand it specifically, we can do cameras at all the doors, making sure that those are set up correctly, and that's what you're looking at right now. So no camera or no panic buttons, correct?
I break it into what the panic buttons cost
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
and break it down even more into, I mean, it is broken down right here, but more
Yeah.
understandable.
Okay.
I like the phase part, phase being the camera coverage,
Yeah,
storage.
And we'll make sure that the part of this too was the Wi-Fi coverage of the building. We are in an older building that we have Wi-Fi in certain areas and offices, so we'll need to make sure that then those cameras, I think we're still hardwiring those cameras, but is there anything else that we need to make sure that we add if we're just doing them in phases?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate your input, and you did exactly what we asked.
It's a lot.
I just feel like I asked for more than I realized.
yeah.
Yeah, we did vet two other manufacturers as well, so one was double. So it doesn't make you feel any better, but technology right now with chips and RAM and everything else, it's crazy absurd.
So Miss, you're right with getting a phase?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would vote for that. And then also, I think we need to pursue some possible grant money
Yeah, if it's
to
there.
get this to move forward too. So we just need to kind of work on that.
Understand?
Well, kind of what we'd like to see. We want to get security adequate.
Yes,
We don't want to be, better than the White House. We don't need
I
that.
understand.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have
I
done a
think
good
we're
job.
already better
with
than the White House, so,
first
as
phase.
far as security in there.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your work
See you
on
guys.
this. And we look forward to seeing the phase.
Okay, sounds
It
good.
makes sense. You guys will know what makes sense.
Yeah, we understand.
Okay. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel really confident with the group that we have down there and the people up here with the bailiffs and everybody keeping an eye on things.
Okay. Next up, William Clarkson, reentry and recovery.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name's William Clarkson
And I'm John Davis.
for Randolph County Reentry and Recovery Services. And basically, we're a 501c3 approved nonprofit organization. And I gave you each a packet. Basically, what we're here for this morning is we're asking for $29,500 from the opioid restricted settlement funding. And we're asking for it in two different ways. $14,500 would be a one-time upfront investment, and then the other remaining $15,000 would be on a reimbursement type, on a reimbursement allotment, like it'd be $600 for each participant that we get into our program, and then every 1 to 3 month basis, whatever you guys decide, we would turn in this sheet that's projected client completion and milestone tracking log, and that would go to the auditor. That basically, it would have unique client ID, the referral source, the intake date, assessment, completion, and then basically how that boils down is it's $600 per client, and then that's based on a 25 client allotment for 6 months. So basically 25 clients in 6 months, and the $600 a piece would come up to $15,000.
So you have a facility in line already that this is going to take place in?
We have a facility in line, and we've looked at several different facilities around here, around the square. And we're not housing people.
Okay.
We are just a resource center. What we do, I'm a recovery coach, I apologize. What we do is we get people, family members, or people in active addiction. They'll come to us, or somebody refers them to us. We will find them placement and help them get started in the right path, help them out on multiple aspects of becoming a good human to society back in Randolph County. And you know, the big thing is what we need to remember here is any start is also a help to our community. It saves taxpayers dollars.
You know that we have several of these groups
Oh,
that are coming up.
absolutely.
I mean,
Well,
they're coming out of the
absolutely.
woodwork
Right,
right
But
now.
How
we're not
we-
a recovery.
Right,
center.
how we differ is we're not a rehabilitation center. We're resources for the community. We're going to offer workforce development. We have a 4-phase success pathway.
Read that.
That's workforce development, transportation we're going to offer for our clients to get to work, to their meetings, whatever they need. And he'll do the recovery aspect, like relapse prevention, things like that. If they need, we'll have a program that's for life skills. If they need to learn how to get their, basically the money aspect, how to pay their bills, things like that, just different life skills.
Right, and they need that.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah.
Or Gary.
There's a lot of information.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a lot of stuff to look at on the,
There's-
we
yeah.
have looked at funds in 2 categories to use. But I don't know how we can make a decision for you today without never seeing
Yeah,
this.
no, I don't expect a decision today. You guys have plenty of time to look over it. That's why I made these packets up. I want you guys to be able to
Yeah.
take your time and go over it.
So you got a letter of reference in here as well.
We got references from Centerstone and probation. We've already started with money out of our own pocket. We get referrals now from the probation department and Centerstone.
And you've tested to make sure that this is eligible for the restricted side.
Oh, yeah, what I gave you guys is, the 2 packets. Well, this packet that says Randolph County Reentry and Recovery Services Executive Summary Opioid Settlement Funding Proposal. So that's basically a list of how our programs will fall under those guidelines. Like for instance, the 4-phase success pathway falls under Section A on Exhibit E of the.
Which qualifies it for restricted funding.
Correct.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing will fall back. I mean, our program is basically guidelined off of what the state requires.
Okay.
Yeah, like for instance,
100%.
the certified peer mentorship falls under Schedule B on Exhibit E of the opioid funding guidelines, and so on, all the way down the page. And when you guys go through this, you'll see how everything that we told you is covered on Exhibit E, on the sections for the guidelines.
I mean, I feel like you've done your homework on it, so, we just, I think, need time as commissioners to,
Yeah.
and like Missy said, we've had a lot of them coming in, there are
Right.
differences. They're
Oh,
not
yeah,
apples and oranges.
absolutely.
I understand,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
as a recovery coach, not only do we do for rehab, but, you know, with the meth use in Randolph County is extremely high. We also are linked with Valley Vista, and they are a mental where they get them in and help them get on their meds, get them regulated before we even send them to a regular rehab.
So we've
Yeah,
already
that's what
taken
he
two to rehab already. He drove one down last week. We also do that. You know, until we can get funding, we're doing everything on our own that we can to help the people that need it here.
Tom, anything further?
Yeah, where are you with your additional funding and grants and stuff? Have you,
So I have we have different,
I
Like
have your
there's-
list here, where you're
yeah,
looking to
so,
get
so
funds
right
for.
now I've already sent in to the government, I've sent in I've got a completed proposal submitted to the government for $100,000 for 3 years, every year for 3 years, and that's already submitted. And then we also have submissions to 3 different churches here for partnerships and for $10,000 apiece. So that's another aspect how we're going to go about it.
What's their feedback on that?
So we have to meet back with them this week. We just gave the proposals to each of the churches, and then we also sent them, like we gave a proposal to Gabe Boat Trucking, sat down and talked with Gabe and Ray, and gave them a proposal. And then, so that's another aspect of it. We have several different ways that we're going to bring in funding. So it's not just relying on the county and the city for funding. This is just the initial startup we're asking for, and then we'll rely on several different aspects of funding.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a good start with us, so, miss anything else?
No, I think it's a really good, I want to do a little more research on it.
Right.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that too.
Can you provide the incorporation documents for the corporation? I saw your
Oh, yeah.
EIN number.
So I gave you the 501c3.
Yeah, but the bylaws and all those other things.
Yeah, I can give you all of that if you want. I
Just
can
bring
give
it
them to you.
bring it to Laura at the auditor's office.
Okay, I can get that later on this
Yeah,
afternoon.
we have all that on file.
Yep, get that to Laura.
What else? So you want the bylaws, the
All
EIN,
yep,
everything?
We have the
Okay.
EIN, all the incorporation documents.
Okay, yep,
Show
I'll
your
get that to you this afternoon.
And then for you folks, give us a month to look at it.
That'll be fine,
In
yep.
September,
Did you put your
reach out to
telephone
the
number
auditor's
in?
office.
No, I will, or actually,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'll give that all to you. I'm sorry. I was
Give it a
just,
month.
I was a little nervous,
Miss
so
Goodwin.
I forgot that part of
Yeah,
it.
that'd be great.
Question, Tom or Gary or Missy, we've never dealt with this, so, like turn in paperwork, we can be all gave them to her at the auditor's office, and then I'll get to you guys, right?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And then I'll get you my email and phone number as well.
You ever been in the auditor's office?
Yes,
Okay,
downstairs.
stop at the front desk there. Okay.
It's pretty quiet in there.
I appreciate you at least taking the time to
I
go
have
over it.
cards
So.
on the
No,
counter.
we
and
want to,
you
we
can
want to
email
try to
them.
help. It's just,
Okay.
there's so many
Oh, I
Thank you,
understand.
Laura.
right now startups.
I agree,
I'm going
because
to give
we
you
have
my
these-
card and just, you can just email me that information.
We
if
have
you
these
don't mind.
funds, we need to start using them, we just need to put it in the right spot.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. And we agree with you guys. I mean, there is multiple people trying, and I think everybody has a great idea.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes, like the rehabs, I think they just all need to come together and work as
Yes.
one, maybe.
Yeah.
That,
And,
what I-
you know, my main goal as a recovery coach, not trying to burn up any more time, you can't get anybody healthy that lives in Randolph County and keep them in Randolph County to get them healthy. You have to get them away, get them in a rehab somewhere. And then if you want to bring them back, that's fine. I mean, you can look at the statistics. I mean, it shows you everywhere. You don't rehab in your own county.
And our program's really for after they get done with the rehab, so,
We'll get them there and get them back.
Okay.
So,
thank you.
Thank you for your time.
thank you
really,
guys.
thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
It's
Thank
good
you, guys.
information.
Next up, Reese Welch, County Road 800 North. And when you get settled in, if you please identify yourselves.
I'm Reese Welch, and this is my son, Ryan Welch. We're here for the 800 North
Okay,
proposition.
to start, Reese called me about the road going to the stone quarry, and that's why he's here to talk about it off of Highway 1. So, go ahead, sir.
Ryan's going to do all
Sure, that's fine.
If you don't mind. Obviously, this is Reese Welch. He lives at 7882 North State Road 1. We are here to express our concerns about the plan to redirect County Road 800 North directly south of his house to intersect with Highway 1. My father has lived at his current residence since March of 1970. He has a beautiful home and property, and it has been his peace and solitude for 56 years. It is my understanding that the new road will pass his house just south of his property line, potentially only 20 yards away from his house, the house itself. It is also my understanding that U.S. Aggregates intends to shift all of its production from its Ridgeville operation to the Fairview site. This will increase current heavy truck traffic from between 3,500 and 5,000 trucks a year to 12,500 trucks per year when the project is completed. The way the road is currently routed, trucks and vehicle traffic almost completely disappear behind the berm that has been created when the pond was dug, and they were approximately 400 feet from the house. As you can imagine, we are concerned about the redirection of the road. The amount of noise and dust that these trucks create will change the whole dynamic of the property, making it no longer a place of peace and solitude, but of constant noise and dirt. My father has been experiencing anxiety issues since the project was announced. He is 82 years old and has no intention of leaving his property until which time that life may necessitate it. At that time, he will need all the money he can get from the sale of the property for his next phase. There is no doubt this project will adversely impact the value of his home and possibly mental health. Thank you for allowing us to speak.
Thank you for bringing your concerns. It is our intent right now as we speak to build a road between the two homes, angling down to the S-curves to relieve the dangers that are going out on Highway 1 off of 800 because of the blind spot in the hill. We, during the discussions in the engineering phase, have requested noise and sound and visual barriers to be put up on that new road going through there. The situation taking all these trucks going down 12 or 1,000 as well has dangerous implications to it. U.S. Ags are moving from Ridgeville to Fairview 100%. They are actually helping the county do this by being willing to move their weigh station to the S-curves so that we can all work together to get it in. The road's not going to be a gravel road. It's going to be a paved road going in. But as far as what else we can do to help you folks not impact you, I'm very willing to look at it. I doubt that we're going to move the road out of that area, but certainly we can probably look at what we can do to make that a non-impactful event for you. And that was the intent of the commissioners some time ago in discussion, is to make it as non-eventful as possible. This has nothing to do with U.S. Ag, by the way. They have the right to operate just like it is. They own it. They've owned it for years, probably more than 50 years. They've been back in there, maybe 70. We're doing this as safety to the residents of Randolph County, both on Highway 1 and both on 1,000. That's why we're doing this. So, Tom?
I think you stated everything. And if there's any additional screening or sound barriers that we can do as part of the project, that we can talk to our highway department and such to go along the south side of your property. But this is 100% a safety issue. And I don't know, if you came out on 800 there on Highway 1, you understand how blind it is there. And we've looked at every route from the current operation, and the trucks are going to be there no matter what we do. They're going to go down the road somewhere. And this is the safest and shortest route out that we came up with. But would definitely do anything we can to buffer as much as possible.
Missy?
I'm just looking at the map, and I certainly understand what you're talking about. I drove out there myself, I think twice, 2 or 3 times maybe. Really, I brought up the real concern over coming over that hill and then nobody knowing that trucks could be pulling out and somebody losing their life. I agree with these two, and they have more knowledge about this kind of stuff than I do. I certainly will put anything we can in there to make it a buffer and look at some options. I don't know, our highway department are really knowledgeable people, and maybe they can go back to the drawing board and kind of work with us and see what we can come up to make that the best that we can. Or it's just going around there, any way we go, we're gonna be in somebody's backyard. But I certainly want to take some looks at it, and I know our county highway department will do a great job of trying to look at that also.
We're not just talking about screening just to make it feel better. It's part of the project. And like Tom said, Miss said, if we have to increase that screening ability to make more comfort for you there, Mr. Reese, we will. But the engineering's already begun on it. Just so you know, it's a little bit past thinking about it. We've already paid for engineering to put this in there. We haven't went yet to the phase of acquiring the land yet. That's where we're at right now. So, do you have any more to say about what you think good screening would be? I mean, we'll listen to you.
I'm sure there's examples that you could see. Just south of Red Key, there's a nice example of a screening on the county road. Well, in fact, it's the first county road coming out of Red Key coming south. It used to be
1-1.
Yeah. Okay. Used to be, so that's a good example.
Okay.
I guess I don't think I have much wiggle room when it comes. What if the project turns out to be what we expect, dirty and noisy and devaluing our property? Where do we go from there?
I don't know, sir. On the condemnation part of it, that can be figured in to us acquiring the land to get the road is also the adjacent properties. But I'll stop there because I'm not a legal expert on anything. I don't know, Mitch, would you add anything to that?
I don't think I have anything to add.
Okay.
That is a main concern.
Yeah.
Because whether it be for him while he's there, once his life changes and he has to go elsewhere and has to sell that property, and if it's worth a third less than what it was before this project or whatever, that's not right. So that needs to be at least considered.
With if you were to get some attorney help, your own attorney, there are avenues of protection on a project for you. I just don't know what they are or what they can consist of. But we're going to do our part with screening.
Thank you.
And I will work with you on that screening, and we're not just going to say we're going to put it up, this is what you've got. I know Gary will, he knows more about, he and Tom obviously know a lot more about that, but we want to stay in communication with you.
That's been one of the concerns because Dad has had very little communication from you all on this project. It's happening, and he knows it's happening, but nobody's been communicating with him.
Yeah, we've hired people to do the work on that. But when your father called me, I called him right back.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we can tell you today that you want to know about the project?
I have a question.
Okay.
If this thing looks as sour as we expect it could, are you going to be considering buying the property, our property?
That's what we were talking about.
I think that would be between your attorney and our attorney when we get to that point. I don't want to say anything that I don't know how it comes and goes.
Well, I didn't want it to get into that.
I understand.
Because everybody, we all lose if it gets into that.
Yeah, but you have rights, I understand.
Good.
Anything else, folks?
I guess not.
Well, I appreciate you bringing your concerns to the commissioners as you have.
Thank you.
A lot. Thank you. Deborah Johnson, Area Planning.
There's three there.
This week,
I don't know, which one are you doing first?
Deborah?
Deborah Jonting, Area Planning Director. The ABC voted on 3 amendments to the solar ordinance.
We got 14, 15, and 16. You want to start with, is there any special order here that we ought to go in your opinion?
Our numbers are 2-A, 4-A, and 5-A.
Yeah,
2's the easiest.
this is 2-A.
Okay.
And then this is 5. And this is 4. Okay, so that would be in our sequential order, 14, 16, and 15.
Okay.
All right.
2 is basically housekeeping, gives a solar company a little more time once they notify me and the commissioners that they have a place to put a solar system. They would have 60 days to schedule a public hearing. There would be, in addition to certified mail, any other trackable mailing method. They think they have something faster or something they use all the time. They're not held to just certified mail, but it would be a trackable mailing system and have 30 days instead of 20 days. So we opened it up for more time. That gives them more time to notify the public. So they're not saying, well, my letter's still in process. And then the third part of that one is the commissioners would not vote the day of the hearing. They would have 45 days or within the next 2 commissioner meetings. So you wouldn't hear comments from 40 people and then have to make a decision on the spot.
Okay. Well, Tom, you are liaison there. What do you have for this?
Most of this is pretty common sense. It's just some people didn't get notified the last time, or their letters didn't come in, so that's pushing the time back. And then the same thing for the vote. Having a vote within 5 days of that public hearing basically says we have to vote that day.
Right.
Right.
And so I'm still wasn't 100% in favor of a vote then. With the 2 votes or the 3 votes we have with the road agreement, that meeting was originally, I thought, set up for informational, but I can live with the time.
45 days.
In the 45 days, yes.
Missy?
I agree with Tom. I think we're gonna need,
I think it's pretty no-brainer on that one.
Okay. All right. We have before us, does anybody here want to speak to this ordinance before we begin? Okay. We have ordinance 2026-14 laid out. Our APC director. So someone can make a motion to approve this on the first reading only. To approve the first reading of ordinance 2026-14.
Motion to approve ordinance 2026-14 on the first reading.
We have a motion to approve 2026-14 on the first reading. Do we have a second?
second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Okay.
I will say that was approved by the APC unanimously.
Yep.
And we have had a run-through, so we've kind of seen where our faults might be, so that'll correct
We'll
some
get the
things.
second reading at our next meeting and then we'll.
Okay, thank you.
Next up would be 2026-16 ordinance or your control number 2026-4-A.
Okay. This was a variance request that if a solar energy, when the county solar energy systems exceeds 15,000 assessed acres, it would be brought before the Board of Zoning Appeals at that point to do more. That vote was, did not pass favorable, it did not pass unfavorable, so it's considered no recommendation. It was 6-6 both times.
Okay. Tom?
This was basically putting acreage caps on before,
Right.
or had.
Yeah, and I really don't think we can do acreage caps.
And-
We did a bunch of research on that one, and I would not recommend passing this one.
Missy?
I would agree to take the advice of our attorney.
Okay. All right. Well, ordinance 2026-16, so I make a motion to not accept ordinance 2026-16. Is that the way to do that, Meeks? Or just
Well,
nothing?
you can vote not to pass it, I guess,
Or
or just don't do anything. Well, if you don't do anything, it goes in effect after 90 days. So you have to vote to
Yeah.
reject it,
Yes. So,
right? 90 days, if
That's
you don't
what
do
I read.
anything, it goes
Right,
back to
and
you.
the,
and
and
it
the
goes back.
APC did not recommend.
But that's only on a
so
favorable recommendation. I don't even know what happens I'd have to look that up.
It wasn't favorable
On the
or
favorable
unfavorable, it was just,
But on a favorable recommendation that goes to the commissioners,
Correct.
if you don't pass it within 90 days, it goes. So why don't we vote to not pass this, and then it will be clear.
so would
Correct.
somebody like to make a motion to not pass ordinance 2026-16?
And make that motion.
We have a motion to not pass ordinance 2026-16 on the first reading. We have a second.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. This will have to come back to you for a second.
Nope, it does not.
This
It does
is-
not pass.
Okay,
Yep, you have to bring it back.
thank you. Now we have ordinance 2026-15, or your control 2026-5-A.
this was a recommendation to change on the third and fourth side, platted building sites, parks, residential and public use. Solar system would be 700 feet from those buildings instead of 500 feet, that it's on the first and second side.
Okay.
And it was also not recommended, it wasn't not recommended, there's not favorable, no unfavorable,
6-6
it's
vote.
just no, 6-6 vote.
Tom?
I say the argument against this was we just passed within the last year, the 500-foot change to the 500-foot setbacks, which was pretty substantial change. And we haven't even done it, there hasn't been a project done underneath that.
Right.
So to increase it again, I do understand if somebody has on four sides, and the consideration. But if we went to 700 feet with some of the diagrams we look at on all sides, it would basically shut down the projects completely. On two sides, it would still make things pretty difficult. So that's why it was, yeah, it was 50-50 pretty much on it.
And this was a 6-2 vote, not 6-6.
I'm sorry, thank you.
We were missing 4, we had 1 abstention, and it was 6-2.
Okay.
Both ways.
Both ways, okay. Missy?
I don't think we can, I am not in favor at all. We pick it at this number, 200, 500 feet or yards. What, they just voted it. We've got to take what I'm not in favor of moving it back any further.
I think if anybody doesn't like the 500, then they don't like the 700 either,
Right.
or 1,000. So I think 500, if you step off 500 and I have, there are other controls that the commissioners have at their availability to have to do that. So, if somebody makes anything to add?
I just deny it then.
Okay.
Vote to deny it.
We have ordinance number 2026-15. Would somebody make a motion to not accept this?
I'd make that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
A motion and a second for not accepting ordinance 2026-15 on the first reading. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. What else?
We do have a screening amendment that will be coming, I hope, next month, that will give a solar company more leeway on what they're planning, when they have to plan it, that kind of thing. So hopefully it'll be more housekeeping instead of,
We've all read some stuff about the floodplain, the drain. Everything okay there now?
yes.
So is the new one, if they don't do the screening, it's going to be a fine? Is that the new one?
That was what was taken to the APC. It was turned down and tabled.
Okay, is that the one coming back on the next one?
Yeah, I think it's going to, I know it's going to be rewritten.
Okay.
My main goal was just to make it Instead of having to order all of one kind of tree and count on that to survive, we've had plans introduced of different types of screening, different types of trees.
Yeah, my question on that, to, when you guys discuss it, is because I read it, and I just don't know the enforcement mechanism.
Correct.
That I would hope that they would have
That's
some
the pro- that's
suggestion
the
for us on this
problem.
enforcement mechanism.
Yeah, that's.
Because I don't know,
that's the
I've thought about it a while.
We're working on that.
Okay, that's great.
The reason on changing the screening, which she's talking about using different varieties, and the wording in it also puts a 40% max of one certain, it's currently they're almost all the same.
Have to be.
And so if something would come through a disease that would hit
Right.
that one species, it wouldn't take everything out at the same time. So it's a little bit of a variety and
So,
different.
and working on different types of planning arrangements, making the agreements between the neighbors. They can do their own, have it on their own property, whatever they want. That would help.
If a disease of any kind were to wipe out 40% of the screening, even though there's 60% left behind, is there going to be language if they have to reinstate the 40% that's died off?
We haven't gotten to that point yet, but we're just trying to reach the goal and not be so stringent on how we get there.
I would, the fines, which I understand we wanted some mechanism in place or was wanted in place to, make sure the plants got replanted, but the fines were very excessive. With where they, because I think it's 10 times the value of each individual tree. So I think that's something we need to address on.
And there was criticism that they were not keeping up. We got to the point where I said, as director, don't keep doing what you're doing if they're just dying. If you've got that money to throw around, use it somewhere else. But we're going to figure this out. So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. Preliminary right now. Anything final?
It's pretty difficult to, then should we put screening around junkyards? People who have junk in their backyard, so I don't have to look at it if I'm the neighbor, or I'm driving through someplace and somebody has a huge junkyard that's been there for 50 years and cars have sat there all the time. We're gonna screen that?
And
this
We do
will-
have some fencing requirements in some of those
We do.
things. So we do,
On new ones.
on certain, I don't know if a junkyard or not, but I know in certain ones we do.
And the Baker project put up a fence with the slats in it, and it looks great. Where it's at, it looks great. Everybody's really happy with it. It's very well done.
The feasibility too with screening, when we were 140 feet away from the house compared to 500 feet away from the house
Right.
is how
Correct.
the
And
effect of
we
it
need
would,
to discuss that too.
yeah, it's a whole different project thing too.
People have anything else?
No,
All
right
right,
now,
thank you.
thank you.
Clyde Schaefer, RCU.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good thing I brought my glasses.
Morning, Clyde.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta have my glasses for this too, so. Clyde Schaefer, RCU, 7967 North Delaware County Line Road. Here to present, we've talked about it in the past, we needed to get you guys a budget. Your first meeting in August with cuts to our budget, bring us in line with something you guys felt was acceptable. I feel like we've been pretty aggressive on it. So what you have in front of you, I give you the details just so you can review it at some point. But at the end of the day, some of this will change of the detail because the type of cuts that we're making, there's things we just don't know at this point, okay? But we'll fix it. We'll make it function. The bigger issue is that we're asking for $150,000 for the 2027 budget. 140 for 28 and 130 for 29. And that's down at the very last page that you can see, okay? For us, that changes the dynamic of the organization, as you could imagine. We're looking at a 39% cut of funding from the county. you guys only wish every group that you fund would make even a 10% cut, would make your guys' life easier. We've got a 39% cut, and by the end of the 3 years, we're at a 46% cut. That's a huge, massive change, basically.
Right, it doesn't have to be a cut in the budget per se over there, as the RCU board manages the budget. It's a cut in how much the commissioners are.
That's correct. Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
Which is important.
Yes.
That's what we're looking at, is how much we're going to put in there and what we're going to get for it.
Correct. And so, so what we're going to do is, the focus of RCU, and it's something we're going to have to sit down and really hammer through, but with reduced staff and everything, we're going to have to start looking at our focus, is how do we increase housing, starts of that nature, things that will put butts in the county, which then the county income tax can help fund our local government. Because at the end of the day, I mean, we've got a matrix that we're going to work from, but one of the biggest things you see throughout anywhere, as long as the population continues to decline, the income to the county government continues to decline, period. So we're going to focus on that. So that is what we're presenting to you. We'll come to county council. Is that the process, Gary? Do I need to go to county council to present to them, or what do I need to do?
It won't hurt.
Okay.
But the commissioners are
the first
contract.
Yes.
We're first, right?
Perfect.
But it is subject to the annual appropriation of the Randolph County
Good.
Council. So yeah, as long as it will not hurt, yes, you should go.
Good, perfect.
We should probably also, Clyde, if this is favorable to the commissioners, pass it 1 year at a time.
Okay,
Because we're getting into unknown territory.
that's fine.
So
So,
2029, we don't know where that
Right.
funding.
Okay,
so
We do know in 27 and 2028.
we can do 2 years.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, I don't think you can do in 2029, so that's, the
But
last
the-
reading I was told.
Yeah.
Edit funds go away in 2029.
which is fine. I mean, I understand.
But my question is, so if we spend it in 2027 and 2028, and then all of a sudden 2029, we don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what my income's going to be myself in 2029. I'm going to cut back a little bit more, 27 and 28 to prepare for what it might be. And then
Yeah.
if it isn't, then.
Which is what we're doing in this budget. We're cutting back very heavy in
Yeah.
27,
See that?
excessively heavy in 27. And we really are just saying, we'll cut a little bit in 28, but we really need to get our feet under us and figure out, what's what. But our goal will continue to be to go to self-sufficiency.
That's why I say
Period.
this is just, accelerated steps to self-funding.
Yes.
Like I said, as far as the budget line items in here, that's the board management.
Yes.
If somebody bequeaths a bunch of money,
Yes.
what the commissioners are looking at is how much we're going to donate, what we're going, not donate, but
Yes.
put over there, and what are we going to get for it? So my question is, are we still going to have the same verbiage of contract, if that's still what you're going to do
Yes,
for Randolph?
exactly.
Only this year
100%.
here, you're looking for $150,000,
Correct.
which I think, I started at zero some months ago, and
Yes.
I can live with that. I think that's both parties coming to an agreement.
Yep.
To take a good look at our economic development, which track it's going to take, what it's going to do, and how we're going to get there.
Yeah.
And then get to self-funding. And with self-funding, there's a lot less hassle for people like me.
Well, and we included Tom, of course, naturally. Tom was your representative during this process. Scott Fisher was for county council. So, our goal was to bring in both. I just didn't want to keep coming back with a budget that you guys said no to, then I come back the next month. It was just easier to get all the parties together, sit down, discuss it. We all have the same goal, want to make Randolph County grow. That's everyone's goal. And do it within the financial restraints that the state continues to push downward.
Yeah. Tom?
I was kind of the same where you was at, Gary, and I told Clyde with the 150 I could live with going into next year. I'm still struggling with just an additional 10,000 the following year. I would have liked to see a bigger cut going into 28, once again, to try to get you more on your own, especially since in 29, the commissioners can't guarantee you any money.
Correct.
But I was at 100,000 for the 28 year, so stepping it down larger. But that can be discussion, and we can just do it 1 year and discuss it again next year.
That's probably the best thing to do, I think. We'll do it one year in
One-
his favor.
yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I would
Let us
agree.
prove
I
our,
would agree to the 1 year, but I wouldn't go any more, and not that I'm not saying
Right.
I'd support it, it's just we need to know.
then it gives us
There's
an
a lot of
opportunity to show our
uncertainties coming
worth
right now.
also.
Before we get into this vote on here, Clyde, thank you for taking this serious
Yeah.
and taking the bull by the horn, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's not been an easy endeavor for you,
No,
but I appreciate it.
no.
So we have a proposal from RCU to fund 2028 at $150,000 for the same verbiage of the contract. That we
Well, I
have.
think we just say you enter in our contract and we'll get a contract together and you can vote
Okay.
on the contract.
Enter into a contract,
Okay,
and the contract will look like this.
like it did last time, okay.
All right.
And
I
then
got it
Meeks,
right.
you'll get that to
Yeah,
us?
I'll change the contract and get it
Okay.
to Laura and Laura can get it sent out to everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
The other thing is too, one of the criticisms we have taken is that we're on the second floor and we need to be down to the first floor. So we have more access. Gary was on economic development, so was I when we moved to the second floor because we were moving out of a rural dump and we were on the first floor, but it was kind of bad shape. And when we moved there, that was a great move, but it's time. So we have met with Matt Charter, and we're looking to move down to the old movie theater and build an office space there. We'll be getting build-out cost. Gary is our rep on economic development, so if it's okay with you, as we get build-out cost, I'll share those with Gary, what we're doing, keep Gary up to date, then he can just report back to you guys, okay?
If you do a build out, like how long of a term of a contract you will be required
To do.
for that space?
Matt said he'll work with us naturally because, I mean, he ends up pretty good shape. He ends up with a building that's been built out on county money, basically, okay? And so
He's not doing any of the finance or any of the.
when we build out, Gary, correct me if I'm wrong, tell us how we did it the last time.
Yeah, I was the president last time. We,
Yeah.
we secured a lease and they let us do what we wanted to do to make offices out of it. And we
Yeah.
paid for it in RC's capital development funds.
Yeah.
The first office, I forget the name of the room on there.
I don't
Which was
either.
3 offices. And then we went over to where the conference rooms are out and we also paid for that built out.
Yeah.
So we just, now, the leasees, it wasn't always Tarter at the time, they're the one before him.
Yeah,
But they held our lease at a little bit lower.
because of the
amount
expense,
Because of the
yes,
expense of the
exactly.
into it.
yes.
Would have been the group,
They
the
froze it.
Hendrickson and all those guys.
Yes, yes. So, so we think going to the first floor helps us
I
tremendously.
think that's-
And it helps county in general, because tourism would be with us, and tourism definitely needs to be on the first floor, period. And we've already had tourism in to look at what we plan to do. We don't have drawings yet, we haven't made that far. Because we had steps to go through. One, we had to get the executive board to agree, get tourism on board, because they're a separate group. Then we had to get the full board on task to the site, and then come to you guys. So there's no need to start making drawings until everybody was nodding their heads.
The theater part, is it going to be the sidewalk, we'll have windows to the sidewalk?
Yes, so we got all the way from the front entry, okay, and the, I don't know if it's the right word, moniker, the signage, it sticks out. So we're gonna keep that, we're just gonna change we'll put something on it, because it looks too nice to flatten it back against the building, it'll give us better exposure. So we'll have from there back to basically where the restrooms start, if you're familiar with
Vaguely, but okay, yeah.
that in there. And then there's a common restroom, just like we utilize now at Economic Development. They took Chicago Pizza and turned it into office space. They're turning everything there into office space, okay? So we will keep you guys informed so that we can get through that process, okay?
Right. But on the initial build-outs, we asked permission to do it because we wanted to do it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we paid for it because of that, and they did freeze the rents. for the
Yes.
lease.
Well, that'd be the
There was
thing.
concessions.
You're gonna discount the rent if we're gonna build your place out. That, or I need somebody to start doing some of our places like that. That'd be a pretty sweet deal. So, but Matt is pretty cooperative with us. He's been good. That's why we stayed in that structure too. So,
And I actually am in favor of helping build out.
Yes. The site. And especially if any of you get a chance and you want to talk about it over there, the build out is not going to be that much.
I don't think so.
No, the whole front half's going to stay just like it is because it looks really awesome the way it is now. We just got to do the rest back.
We good. Tom, anything else? Missing?
Nope.
So I make
I
a
think it's a good
motion.
move.
Have we been through the motion on the contract? Or we just talked about it?
Well, we'll get a contract.
Yeah, contracts. Okay.
Yep, and then you can vote on the contract.
Then we'll vote
You'll
on the
need to
contract.
get approval from the county council
Yeah.
Okay.
for the
We good?
appropriation.
So are you coming tomorrow? I need to add you to that agenda?
Is that
Got four of
okay?
them here right now.
Is that okay for us to come tomorrow?
Oh, or on, yeah,
Good.
with
So
Mary.
you're good to come tomorrow? Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
What time do they start?
9 o'clock. And they're done by 9:15.
I can put you a little later on the
No, put me
No,
right out
they-
of the gate. Please. I've got a 9 that I'm going to move back now.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you, Clyde. Joe Copeland, J. Long.
Just received this morning. I think you got it too.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Joe Copeland, Highway Engineer.
Good morning, Jay Long, Randolph County Highway.
Has everybody got that spreadsheet I sent out?
I've got it here.
Meaning the one that says 1,765,552?
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to start there, or you want to start, which one? All right, well, let's start there. We've been going through the culverts, and you can see by this list of culverts, the current load limit that are on those structures, and some of them are large. Now, the size that's shown there is the replacement size, okay? But most of them are pretty close to that size existing, okay? I may put a little taller one in to make sure we get it where it needs to be on the invert. But the problem we're having is funding. We don't have enough money. I got a contractor that worked for us last year on an annual bid contract, and he has billed us for last year's work pretty much, May, I believe, we received the bill.
End of June into the beginning of July.
Duncan Roberts bill?
Yeah, about $500,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's another bridge up on 750 North that he finished right just after the first year, and we haven't received that bill yet, have we, Jay?
No.
So we're taking this year's money to pay for last year's work, okay? So that leaves us short this year. That's why you're seeing that $700,000, I believe it is, that,
Well, let me ask you, the money that was laid aside for Duncan Roberts last year, isn't it held in reserve, or did it go back to the pool money?
as far as I
Goes
know.
back to the pool.
Pool, yeah.
So we can't.
Yeah.
So the cash is still there, okay? But.
Yeah, but it was used in your calculations for this year's budget.
But the appropriation's gone, so,
Before we go there, how are we gonna stop this from happening to us?
he's no
We're 8 months
longer,
into a year.
he wasn't low bid this year. We have another contractor that will be doing our work. When we have work for him to do for the large or for the bridges. The culverts is done by a different contractor. So, hopefully that ends, that stops, okay? The problem we've got with these culverts, these large culverts, is like I said, money. We can get them done, but it's gonna take years to do that. Trying to get enough money to get them finished,
Okay.
all right? So
First of all, I'm asking, is there any protection for the county on something like that?
Don't you usually encumber that?
Yeah, they didn't submit paperwork from government.
They have to submit paperwork
Yeah,
to
you have to
get
do
it
the
encumbered.
encumbrance. Yeah.
And it has
That's my
to be
first
within a certain period, so I don't think that.
I don't even know if this would have,
qualified
I
anyway.
don't know if it would have mattered. I thought it was like 6 months,
I don't think
right?
it's that much.
It's not even that long for 60 days,
I'd have to
90 days.
look, but yeah, I would say more like 60.
Yeah.
Can we consider eliminating them from the contractor pool?
Well, you have a problem with them. I don't
Yeah.
know. They're the lowest and you have to have a reason. I mean, I wouldn't just eliminate them out of hand. I mean, if they are the
can-
lowest bid, then you just have to decide whether or not you want to take them next time. You cannot disqualify them out of hand. You can, on a case-by-case basis, decide.
Got it. Okay. All right, so what's your question is, we can pay the Duncan Roberts claim,
Yeah,
and we need extra funding to do this. So how much funding is the highway short to pull to do this?
well, here's the thing. We spent most of the appropriation, right, Jay, for this year already on the $500,000. And we've asked for another 700,000. All right, that 700,000 is going to pay for the biggest part of that bridge that they finished after the first of the year. And I haven't got the bill yet, so I don't know exactly how much that's going to be. So what we want to do is, next year, we're going to be in the same pickles, what I'm afraid of. We're not going to have enough to get moving along. We may have, what, 500,000 maybe next year that we can go into to get some of this work done. But we don't have enough money to keep moving. We need, some of these were slated for 25, some of these replacements. Some of them are pretty bad. You got, 8, 9 ton. You got one that's 6 tons, load limit. They're pretty rough. So, and some of them are on regulated drains. I put that over to the right, showing, for Ed, what I've seen on GIS anyway. He may find some that I don't have listed. But anyway, what we're wondering is, can we get maybe some solar and wind money to help move this along? I'd like to. We could do what? Probably 8 a year with contractor. I mean, spread them out, get price quotes for the material, the boxes, and then set a schedule to when they'd be ready, completed and ready to ship, and then have the contractor on board ready to set them. The problem we're going to have with these is utilities.
Yeah.
Utilities going to be a big problem because we got aerial overhead power on most of them. And the other problem is the big ones, the 18 footers, that's a big box, okay? I believe it's 2 of them in here, 18 by 6 and an 18 by 6. There's a 17 by 8. It's going to take a big crane to set those. And we've got to, when you put those outriggers out on a big crane, we're going to have to build a place probably on the road, around the road, for those guys to set up. Because their outriggers will be out in the side ditch by the time you get a big crane in. So we're going to have to build a place for them to set, just to set those.
So what are you asking of the commissioners right now?
Approval to go before the council and ask for wind and solar to try to help us with these.
How much? All of it, or half of it, or, I mean, as much you can do this year in 1 year?
We'd like to go with all of it, and if I could carry over, hopefully have this done in 3 years? I think we can do it.
What percentage increase we gonna have over that 3 years on that? What percentage of increase are we gonna have on that 3 years on that? Because if that's today's prices, obviously, the ones you're going to be doing in 28 aren't gonna be the.
Don't know. I mean, you know it's gonna go up.
We know
Yeah.
it'll go up, so we're gonna be short in the long run.
So I'm guessing that the labor and equipment, the materials numbers come from our annual bid. Now, the annual bid on concrete boxes, I took, but usually we can get a little less on that than what they actually bid. We did not accept their bids on that. I get quotes every time that I go out and get prices on these concrete boxes. It's usually cheaper, and yeah, it is. We can get a little bit under what they originally bid first of the year. So, yeah, it'll probably go up a little bit. But they'll save some money here and there. So.
Any hope of federal or state funding reimbursement?
I'm looking at the charts of how.
These are payments received.
We
Doesn't
could
mean this hasn't been.
we could try for community crossings. Here's the problem with community crossings. There is no design. They won't pay for design. They won't pay for inspection. The only thing they'll pay for is construction. And that's 80%. Up to $500,000 a year.
Missy. I'm going to find what's available at the bottom left corner.
$500,000 a year is all they'll allow at this point.
Okay, I was just checking, I had the graph sheet on it. We have availability in the funding. What's the funding availability, say there's 6 million?
Yeah.
So we can do it.
$6,366,000.
Yeah. And it's a good use for it. Probably one of the primary uses for it, so. Missy, what's your thoughts?
I would make the motion to approve, to do the funding.
Being 765, 552 out of renewable energy
Yes.
funding? Second. Seconds it? I'm agreeing. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign.
Before we get away from that though, is there any mechanism within the bookkeeping that we can, if we have committed funds, that doesn't, even though it gets thrown in the pool the next year, but we know it's already committed, so that doesn't get spent 2 years in a row?
Yeah, I guess
That
it,
happened several years in the council.
Yes.
yeah, I guess as we move forward on the projects that we have here, I'm just gonna document them and then make sure that we have the bills accounted for in that physical year, so that we don't run into this. I mean, it was kind of a bomb drop on me at, 6.5 months later, and
Yeah.
I was like, well, wait a minute, how does this happen? So.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing they wouldn't want their money sooner than later.
It's amazing. I mean, they're still sitting on one. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And it'll probably be over half.
What else? We gotta keep moving here. What else?
guardrail on
Guardrail
150.
150.
Yep.
I'm in favor of the guardrail.
Me
We've
too.
been here concerned for
Oh,
almost
yeah.
3 years now.
Yep.
Joe, you said it goes either way, 50-50.
It'll
pass?
It'll meet the warrants for a guardrail, yes.
And what will guardrail cost, Randolph County?
I'm gonna have to reach out, and I was just kind of.
Any kind of idea? No idea.
It's gonna be long. It's probably every bit of 200 feet. So, I mean.
Yeah, and then we can use, if we can find it, we could use used rail, okay? I mean, it may not be shiny, but it'll still work, okay?
Yeah.
Save us some money. If I can
Well,
find it.
yeah, as long as it looks new.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's used, as long as it's not dented up.
Yeah, it's not all rusted up and, yeah.
And I was looking at the accounts. I mean, there are accounts we still have, and you may have plans for them all. The road and street, tipping fees, things of that nature. So what is it? Do you have any idea what that guardrail may cost?
No.
Okay, fair
If
enough.
I can get it used, I can get it a lot cheaper than new. New's not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Well, wait a minute. Missy, what do you feel about the guardrail?
Yeah, if you can get it used and it looks, good enough, I
try.
would definitely, yes,
We'll
I'm in
try.
favor of it.
Don't know if it's out there.
I go back and forth because there's quite a few other areas in the county with the same type of situation that we can't do them all right now.
But we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, we
But
can one by
I guess
one.
we start there and
So we can just approve this particular guardrail here alone. All right, so I make a motion to approve the guardrail on 1150, right? Is it 1150?
Motion to
Yes.
approve.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay.
All right. And then I'll plan on being at the council meeting in the morning
That'd be good.
for the addition.
I don't know, did any of you get the bid proposal for River Start 4 for the road repairs?
I did.
Okay.
I don't think I did.
It's your recommendation we move forward with this?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yep, I just want to get some stuff corrected for the residents down there. We got to get going on it, so.
I've seen it, and I'm ready to accept the recommendation to accept it.
As long as they recommend.
Yeah. Missy?
Yeah, as long as they
So I make a
recommend
motion to
them.
accept the recommendation of the road repairs for River Start 4, right?
Yes.
And this is being taken care of by EDP?
Yep, yep. I think it was about 5.5 miles of pavement and then about 12 of chip and seal, so it's a good step in the right direction, so.
Okay, so I'd like to make a motion.
And make that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second. Second. Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign.
That's it. Thank you.
Is that all?
Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. That is all of today's new business. Now we'll go to other business. Sheriff Moisner. Just put black mark on it.
Good morning.
Morning, Sheriff.
Herb Moisner, Randolph County Sheriff. I just wanted to come up and I wanted to tell you guys thank you for the proclamation last week. As it's been all over social media, we lost Marshal Brad Fisher last week in a tragedy doing his job. And I just wanted to tell you guys thank you. I wanted to comment about the first responders that we have in our community. Marshal Fisher, one willing to sacrifice or to do the job to where that sacrifice would be made. The first responders that rallied around the scene, the family over the past week, and I think we've got a few more weeks that's probably going to be a little dark for the first responder community as we work our way forward. And then I wanted to recognize the community that we live in, the Lynn community, Randolph County as a whole, and the way they've rallied around the family, the first responders, and it's truly a blessing to serve in this type of community. So I just wanted to come up today and recognize that.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Minutes, June 15th, June 18th, and the joint meeting, and July 6th. Will somebody make a motion to accept all these minutes at the same time?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. This one.
That's the third one. That's the third one. 3.
15th, 18th, joint meeting, and July 6th.
18th joint meeting. That's morning.
This is June 15th, June 18th, joint meeting.
That is June 8th.
Oh, okay. June 18th, the joint meeting.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. There are 3 of them. Okay. Let's see, catch up there. Well, we're getting caught up on the signatures. The next claim up will be the payroll claim, $376,765.69.
Move to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And then, now we have the regular claims, $869,288.29.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a
Second.
second? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. The LWC Incorporated claim, $17,512.
For the airport, I'll make a motion.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign. Before we move on from the airport, I've re-emailed out to the airport. Missy, I don't know,
I did too. I mean, I talked with them.
you have talked with them? Do they have any idea on that hangar?
I didn't get a positive response,
Okay.
but I think they understand that, I mean, that we really,
You want to see it?
yeah.
Next up is the Duncan Robertson's claim that we just discussed over at the Highway Department, $498,029.48.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve, we have a second.
Second?
We have a motion, we have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Argo Consulting claim, $11,110.91. So I'll make a motion to approve. That's for the ongoing work with the jail.
Yeah. Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. BOA and Mellon annual bond fee claim. This claim here is for basically their administrative fees. Would that be correct?
Yes.
$825. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. Flex time policy, we've all had it. It's been put out for now 2 months for everybody to look at. There has been some concern, but to me, not a lot. So I'll make and entertain a motion to add the flex time policy language, some clarifications to our handbook. I'm in favor of it.
I am too. I'll make that motion.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second?
Motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign.
They sign on the back side.
Application for construction design release. This is for the cold storage building. Just need permission to sign. So I make a motion to,
I'd make that motion.
allow me to sign. We have a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. That is the end of our agenda. Missy, you have anything?
No, I don't.
Laura?
No.
Tom?
I'd just like to kind of go off what Art said, and it's been a rough week for the community, but also an amazing week to watch everybody come around, the Fisher family and the first responders. Just this tells us why we should be thanking and appreciating our first responders every day. But what a community. What a blessing to have Brad serve our community for 25 years. Just remember his family. That's it.
I would agree completely. Meeks?
Oh, nothing. I echo Tom's comments, though.
All right, we're at the end of our agenda. There anybody in attendance today that would like to come forward and address the commissioners? We'd really like to use this clock for the first time, so who's coming? Well, seeing nobody coming up, someone like to make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Drainage Board meeting in 15 minutes. Thank you, everybody.
I made sure I get the remote away.